Well, from Olympic heroes to everyday ones, Aussies from across the country have been recognised for their contribution to making Australia a better place.
Every nominee who is here tonight is already an extraordinary part of the Australian story.
Among them, 2025's Young Australian of the Year went to First Nations chemist Dr. Katrina Ruck, whose research into eliminating contaminants in water is saving lives in remote communities.
We are pioneering the world's first reusable laundry system to combat rheumatic heart disease.
At the other end of the generational scale, Senior Australian of the Year, brother Thomas Oliver Pickett, who's sending wheelchairs to children all over the world.
A little girl named Mercy, she's from Zambia. She said, "You have made my heart rejoice again. I can now go to school and be with my friends."
Vanessa Brettel and Hannah Costello, this year's local heroes. Their cafe Stepping Stone, employing migrants and refugees.
It's about providing opportunities, stability and hope to people who, just like us, just want a chance to make something of their lives.
But there could only be one Australian of the Year. AFL legend Neale Daniher, recognised for raising over $100 million to fight motor neurone disease.
Our vision is simple: a world without MND.
Diagnosed in 2013, Daniher has outlived all expectations for those with MND.
It lit a fire within me, a determination to fight for those who are currently affected and those who will face it after me.
And handing over the baton to Neale is someone else who's defied expectations.
I stand here tonight as a terminal brain cancer patient. I'm only 57. I don't want to die.
Given just a year to live, Dr. Richard Scolyer spent his time as Australian of the Year in the fight of his life, becoming the first patient in the world to undergo immunotherapy before removing a brain tumour. 18 months later, Richard's cancer still hasn't returned.
I am very proud that it's going to make a difference for future brain cancer patients. Yeah, and what a legacy to be able to leave, even if it doesn't cure me.
Later in the show, we'll catch up with Neale and his daughter Beck. But joining us now is the 2024 Australian of the Year, Dr. Richard Scolyer. I was watching you as that clip was going to air, and you got a little bit emotional seeing yourself accepting the award.
Yeah, accepting the award and remembering the journey that was happening with brain cancer. I guess, yeah, being diagnosed with it, it's a tough journey to go through, but it's been a fantastic year being Australian of the Year and meeting so many incredible Australians, and to tell Australians about the importance of sun safety, because melanoma is our area of expertise.
How was it handing the baton over to Neale?
Neale Daniher is an incredible guy. When I was a kid, I love Aussie rules football, and he was a legend.
Absolutely.
He was such a brilliant player, and then he became captain of Essendon at a young age, and then went on to coach. So he was incredible AFL footballer. And then to get now motor neurone disease and to be fighting this battle of a disease which generally goes downhill over a period of time, and the money that he's raised to try and improve things. He's an amazing guy, so just fills me with delight to see him being named Australian of the Year.
So you've knocked off, the job's done, it's all over. What I want to know, do you now feel that you're not the Australian of the Year? Because there's a lot of pressure that now you can, do kind of minor things that are, maybe not the best. Like maybe, you don't have to bring a keep cup to a cafe now. You don't have to, give loose change to someone. Are you excited? Is it a weight off you?
I don't quite see it like that.
He's a good person all the time.
Okay, sorry, all right, sorry.
But there is definitely a weight off your shoulders, but that's still passionate about what we do. So it's given me insights. Well, I guess to be close to your family, that when you're facing a shortened life expectancy. But I'm passionate about our work, trying to cure melanoma and other cancers. And I guess as a cancer patient, it fills you with, you understand it in a different way that gives you more passion to even try harder to make a difference.
There's so much attention when you become Australian of the Year. What influence has that had, and I guess has that helped the work that you do, because it does shine a light on issues that, you know, maybe don't get the attention that they need.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. It is an incredible opportunity to bring things out to the wider community about what we're doing. So in melanoma, we're obviously doing a lot of research at the Melanoma Institute. We're the largest melanoma treatment and research centre in the world, and well, not to brag too hard, but we've...
You can brag, it's fine. You've done a lot, mate. You've done a lot.
You're literally trying to cure cancer.
Yeah,
You can brag.
exactly.
Well, we are. That is the truth, and we've done some incredible things in melanoma. But coming back to the community, prevention is better than cure, and most skin cancers are caused by sun exposure. So to get that message out there and do ourselves out of a job would be the best thing to do. So we've used this platform as a way to really push that sun smart message through to all Australians, because we want to prevent this disease. And if we haven't prevented it, teach Australians to know the skin you're in. If you see something new or changing, go and get it checked out. So if it is something nasty, it can be removed, and most people are cured.
There's very few people I've interviewed that I get more people coming and asking me about than you. I've interviewed you a bunch of times over the years, and I know you probably get sick of people asking, but how are you, and how are things looking for you? Because I think the whole nation is kind of on your side.
Yeah, well, it's very kind of you to say that, Hamish. I've loved chatting with you. It's very touching that so many people who, many of whom I don't know, have been supportive of a tough journey at times of what I'm going through. It's blown me away. I certainly wasn't expecting it. Part of the reason I went public was because I've got friends around the world, and my phone was going crazy at the start when I went public about it. So yeah, that's been very touching. To be honest. I've forgotten what the second part of the question was.
It's how are you? How are things looking?
Well, so far, so good. I've actually got a MRI brain scan on Tuesday, so I guess I'm getting nervous about what that might show, but fingers crossed that still no sign of recurrence, and the longer that happens, the better, and I can get out and enjoy life and keep contributing to society and meeting wonderful people.
Aww. You've got the whole of the nation behind you, as Hamish said. Dr. Richard Scolyer, thank you so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it.